Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Kristen Hansen. This is Goddess Imagine, a transformational yoga and modern metaphysical studio. Welcome back to the channel. Today's class is entitled Accepting the Challenge. I created this class for individuals that are experiencing a challenge and maybe didn't anticipate the full realm of what was going on. Sometimes we have to dig down, dig a little deeper within ourselves in order to see something through. Sometimes we don't anticipate other people, places, or things that may play a role, or maybe ourselves in the way that we feel about the challenge. This class contains elements and flows that help to release deeply ingrained trauma and drama from within our mind, body, and spirit, allowing us to not only meet any challenges that we face, but also exceed them beyond our expectations. Today's class will contain a seated savasana. Of course, if you care to recline, you're more than welcome to. If you want to go ahead and grab your blocks and then meet me on the mat when you're ready. To begin, we come to the center of the mat in Sukhasana, or easy pose, tucking our legs up underneath us, and then we take our fingertips alongside of our hips to help guide us into sitting in a tall seat. Bring our shoulders down away from our ears, relaxing our thighs, relaxing ourselves as we come into this space. And then we can release our hands, open our palms to the universe. Maybe close our eyes down as we begin to shift our consciousness. As we come into this time and space, this time and place. We open the door to the spiritual realm from the mundane world, and we park all of our worldly concerns at the door. Take all of our outward attention and turn it inwards towards ourselves. We open up the mind, body, and spirit to infinite possibilities. As we inhale, release the hands, bring them high up overhead, palms come together. Exhale, we come to prayer hands at our chest. Take a moment to invite our higher power and spiritual team, and also to set an intention for our session. When we're finished, we bow and say, so mote it be. Then we come to rise, open our eyes, place our hands on our knees, roll our shoulders back as we come into our head swoops, as I call them. If you're able to rotate your head around in a circle, then you're more than welcome to do that instead. If not, then you can follow me. I get vertigo, and sometimes people have neck injuries and they're just not able to do that whole circle, but we can do something else instead. So we turn to look over our right shoulder at your comfort level. And then as we inhale, lift your chin as far as you comfortably can. And then we slowly rotate ourselves to the left. Once we're over to our left shoulder, then we exhale, gently lift our chin upwards, and rotate back towards the right. From the right shoulder, we inhale, dip the chin to the chest. Relax the shoulders, relax the neck as we rotate to the left. And then from the left, we exhale, dip the chin, relax the shoulders, and rotate back to the right. Bring our eyes back to center as we breathe in through the nose. Exhale, tilt the right ear to the right shoulder. Opening up the left side of our body, staying in our tall seat, careful not to lean. Breathe in, breathe out. Bring ourselves back to center. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale, left ear to the left shoulder. Breathe in and breathe out. Bring our eyes back to center as we inhale. Lift the shoulders all the way up to the ears. And then exhale, we square them down. Inhale, lift the shoulders all the way up. Exhale, square them down. One more time. Inhale, lift the shoulders up. Exhale, we lower them down. Beautiful. Release your hands, bring them down around your sides, opening up the chest again for our easy pose flow. As we inhale, lift the hands up high overhead, pull the biceps back. Exhale, bring your hands down. Inhale, lift our hands all the way up. Exhale, lower them down. Left hand goes on the mat as we inhale. Right bicep to the right ear. Exhale, bring our arm down. Inhale, lift our hands up high. Exhale, we lower. Right hand goes on the mat. Inhale, left bicep to the left ear. Exhale, bring our arm down. Inhale, lift our hands up high as we turn to the right. Exhale, come down in a twist. Roll the right shoulder open. Use our left hand to guide us into our twist and to also help us to sit up tall. Looking over our shoulder, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale, lift the hands up overhead as we turn to the left. Exhale, bring our hands down. Roll the left shoulder open. Use the right hand to guide us into our twist. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale, lift our hands up high overhead. Exhale, we swing the arms back, rolling open the chest, and then lifting the eyes upward. Arms are extended back as we shine our heart forward. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Then we inhale, swing the arms up high overhead. Exhale, forward fold, bring the hands down to the ground. Lower our head towards the earth as we pause here for a breath. Walk our hands back to an upright position. Untuck our legs and cross them in the opposite direction if you're able. If not, then you can leave them where they're at. Bringing our hands back around our hips to help us sit up nice and high. And then we inhale, lift our hands up overhead, pull our biceps back. Exhale, bring our arms down. Inhale, we lift them all the way up. Exhale, we lower them down. Right hand goes on the mat as we inhale. Left bicep to the left ear, just until our backside begins to leave the mat. And then we exhale, bring our arm down. Inhale, lift our hands high. Exhale, bring them down. Left hand goes on the mat as we inhale. Right bicep to the right ear, just until our backside lifts. Exhale, bring our arm down. Inhale, lift our hands up high overhead as we turn to the left. Exhale, bring our hands down in a twist. Roll the left shoulder open using the right hand to guide us into our twist. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale, lift our hands up high as we turn to the right. Exhale, lower our hands for a twist. Roll the right shoulder open, left hand guides us into our twist. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale, lift our hands up high overhead. Exhale, sweep the hands behind us, rolling open the chest, lifting our eyes to the sky. Arms are extended backward as we widen our collarbone. Lift our eyes upward. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale. Swing our hands up high overhead. Exhale. Float our fingertips down to the ground. Once we're here, walk our hands out as far as we can, and then lower our crown to the earth. Walk ourselves back to an upright position. Untuck the left leg, untuck the right, and then give them a little bit of a shake. Bending the left knee, bring the inside of the left foot to the inside of the right leg, and extend those right toes upwards. Bringing ourselves back to our tall seat. Inhale, lift our hands up high as we turn to the right. Exhale, knee to nose. We're working to bring our nose down as far as we can, also by keeping our back straight. This helps to open up the backs of our legs and prepare us for our practice. Breathe in, breathe out. Walk ourselves back upwards. Inhale, lift the hands up high, we turn to the right. Exhale, we come down, knee to nose. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Walk ourselves back up. Untuck the left leg, give them both a shake. Bend the right knee, bring the inside of the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Send the left toes up to the sky as we bring ourselves back to a tall seat. Inhale, lift the hands up overhead. This time we turn to the left. Exhale, knee to nose. And you may notice that you have less flexibility on one side of your body than the other, and that's normal. As we bring balance to the body, we bring balance to our mind, body, and spirit. Breathe in, breathe out. Walk our hands back up as we inhale, lift the hands high, turning to the left. Exhale, knee to nose. Breathe in and breathe out. Walk ourselves back up, untuck the right leg, give them a shake for our seated straddle modification. Widen the feet as far as you can and still sit up tall. Press into the backs of our legs, although you can keep a bend in the knee if you need one. Come to a tall seat. And then we inhale, lift the hands up high overhead. Exhale, we come down over the mat, working to bring our nose to the ground, flexing our toes up to the sky. Let your hands rest where they land. As we pause here to breathe for a moment. Sometimes widening our horizons, expanding our perspective. We have to take our body a little bit further as well. Breathe in, breathe out. Walk our hands back to we're upright. Press into our legs as we inhale, lift our hands high. Exhale, forward fold. Press our toes all the way upwards. Breathe in, breathe out. Walk ourselves back up once we're here. Tuck your legs up underneath you and then turn to face the top of the mat. Once you're in that position, come up and over your legs into tabletop position. I like to come down towards the back of the mat because I'm taller and I need the space. Making sure your knees are underneath your hips, hands come down underneath your shoulders. Press into all four corners of the palms, roll the elbow eyes forward, trying to extend our fingertips out as far as we can. Lower our stomach down to the ground, lift our head and tail high. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale, press into the palms as we lift our spine up to the sky. Coming into a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhale as we dip down deep into cow. Exhale as we lift high up into cat. Inhale, we lower, shine the heart forward. Exhale, send the spine high. Beautiful. You got this. Stay with me. Inhale, lower the body, lift the head and tail. Exhale, round the spine high. Last round, inhale, as we dip down into cow. Exhale, lift high up into cat. Flattening our feet for our side arm raise. Reach underneath you with your right hand as we inhale. Gently float our fingertips all the way up to the sky. Exhale, bring our hand back down to the ground. Inhale, reach under, opening up the chest. Exhale as we take a pause. Widening that span just a little bit more, opening up the chest. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And we slowly lower that hand down to the ground. Wonderful. Reach under with our left hand as we inhale. Float our left hand all the way up to the sky. Exhale, we bring it back down to the ground. Inhale, reach under. Float our hand all the way up high. Exhale as we take a pause. Opening up that chest just a little bit more, bringing that shoulder back. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Then we lower that left hand down to the ground. Beautiful. Widen out our knees to the edge of the mat as we inhale, bring the soles of the feet together. Exhale, send the hips back into wide-legged child's pose. Walk the arms out long, elongating the body. Roll the fingertips out into the mat and press down with each one. Hold the stomach in tight as we begin to soften ourselves towards the mat. And we ask to release any negative person, place, or thing that's hindering this challenge that we're facing. We ask that they be released from us and sent out to the universe for our highest good. So mote it be. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Then we come to rise as we inhale, bring the knees together. Exhale, shift the hips forward into upward facing dog. Roll the elbow eyes forward, lift the upper body, working to bring the shoulders away from the ears as we bring our eyes forward. Soften our glutes, soften the thighs, soften your jaw. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale, send the hips back, widen out our knees. Exhale, wide-legged child's pose. Walk the arms out long. Extend your fingertips and press each one into the mat. Softening our body towards the mat, just letting ourselves fall. Releasing all of the things that no longer serve our highest good. Then we inhale, come to rise, bring the knees together. Exhale, shift the hips forward into upward facing dog. Elbow eyes are forward. Make sure you're pressing into all four corners of your palm as we work to sink our pelvis towards the mat. Bring the eyes upward, chin parallel to the mat. Deep breath in, deep breath out. You got this. Inhale. Send the hips back as we turn the toes down. Exhale. Send the hips up and back into downward facing dog. First dog of the day as we stretch out the backs of our legs, preparing for our practice, building our strength, building our tenacity, and also building our self-confidence. Taking turns lowering one heel down to the earth, raising the other one as we bring the other one down. Some people's heels will touch the mat, some won't. Either way, it's okay. And then we bring our heels together, direct them towards the mat as we come into a place of stillness for a breath.
Then we take a half a step forward, bend the knees as we bring our eyes forward to the top of the mat, and then gently walk to the top of the mat. Keep your fingertips connected. Root the heels into the earth as we inhale. Lift our hands up high above our head. Exhale, come into mountain pose. Getting ready to come into 2 rounds of sun salutations. If you have your blocks handy, you can use them. Real quick, when doing sun salutations, especially if you're new to yoga, I do mine a little bit different. So you might want to watch it through one time and then come back and try it with me. You can bend the knees when we come down to forward fold, lift up to halfway lift. Not everybody has that ability to straighten their legs. I didn't for a long time. So don't be afraid to use your blocks if you have them handy. So we step to the top of the mat in mountain pose, bring our shoulders back, hold the stomach in tight. Eyes are shining forward as we take a moment to connect with ourselves. Connect with our inner goddess, connect with our divine feminine energy, and just begin that process of beginning to know ourselves again. Knowing that if we've made it this far in life, we can surely exceed anything that we face going forward. We're tough. We're Generation X. We got this. Here we go. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the hands up high overhead. Exhale, sink in the chair. Inhale, swing the arms up and back. Exhale, wide arm forward, fold to the ground. Inhale, come to halfway lift, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look down, step back with our right foot. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward to plank, drop the knees down. Exhale, chaturanga to the mat. Inhale as we come up to cobra, drop the shoulders down. Exhale, back to the mat. Press up to plank as we breathe in. Downward facing dog as we breathe out. Walk to the top of the mat or we inhale. Step up with our right foot. Exhale, bring up the left. Inhale, come to halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Bring the hands up high. Exhale, sink in the chair. Inhale, swing our arms up and back. Exhale, wide arm forward fold to the ground. You got this. Inhale, come to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look down, step back with your left foot. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward to plank, drop the knees down. Exhale, chaturanga to the mat. Inhale as we roll up to cobra. Exhale, back to the ground. Press up into plank as we breathe in. Downward facing dog as we breathe out. Inhale, step up with our left foot to the top of the mat. Exhale, bring up the right. Inhale, come to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, bring the hands up high. Exhale, sink in the chair. Inhale, swing our arms up and back. Exhale, wide arm forward fold. Stay with me. Inhale, come to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look down, step back with your right foot. Exhale, downward facing dog. Here comes a change up. We're going to inhale, come forward to plank. Option to drop your knees in chaturanga or maybe coming forward on your toes. And we exhale, chaturanga the whole body down. You just don't drop. Lower yourself down. Then we inhale, lift up to cobra. Exhale, back to the mat. Press up into plank as we inhale. Downward facing dog as we exhale. Inhale, step up with our right foot to the top of the mat. Exhale, bring up the left. Inhale, come up to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Last round, bring our hands up high. Exhale, sink into chair. Inhale, swing the arms up and back. Exhale, wide arm forward fold to the ground. Inhale, come to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look down, step back with our left foot. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward, your choice. Exhale, chaturanga to the ground. Inhale, roll up to cobra, drop the shoulders. Exhale, lay it down. Press into plank as we breathe in. Downward facing dog as we breathe out. Inhale, step up with our left foot. Exhale, bring up the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Bring the hands all the way up. Exhale, mountain pose. Well done. All right, so we're going to step back into our rest of our practice. And this is a gentle flow, but a gentle flow that still builds our strength, it builds our reserve, it builds our belief in ourselves, opens ourselves to possibilities, and takes us on a nice, enlightening journey. Stepping back into downward facing dog, taking a moment just to connect to ourselves, recalibrate. As we inhale, lift the right leg up behind us, step to the top of the mat. Exhale, drop the back knee down. Inhale, sink the pelvis, swoop the arms up high to a crescent pose. Exhale as we open to the goddess. Inhale, rotate the arms all the way up high. Exhale, pull the biceps back. Lift our chin, lift our chest, soften the shoulders down. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Then we inhale, drop the right arm down. Exhale as we turn for a twist. Bring the right shoulder back and the left shoulder forward. Again, lift our chin and lift our chest upwards. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Then we inhale, swing the hands up high overhead. Exhale, float our fingertips down to the ground. Once we're here on the inhale, we walk back to a half split, pop the right toe upwards. And then we exhale, walk forward to a low lunge, lift the eyes forward. Inhale, walk back to a half split, lift the toes up. Exhale, walk forward to low lunge, raise the eyes forward. Place the left hand on the mat as we inhale. Rotate the right arm up as we exhale, coming into revolve lunge. Press into that whole foot as we twist deep at the waist. Bringing that right shoulder back, wringing out any negativity getting in the way of us achieving our goals. Bring your eyes upward to your hands. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Beautiful. Drop that right hand down as you inhale. Step back into downward facing dog as you exhale. You got this. Send yourself forward to a vinyasa. We come down to our push-up. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now the left side. Inhale, step up with our left foot to the top of the mat. Exhale, drop the right knee down behind you. Inhale, shift the pelvis as we scoop our arms up high into crescent pose. Exhale, open to the goddess. Inhale, circle our arms all the way up high. Exhale, pull the biceps back. Lifting our eyes, lifting the chin, soften our shoulders down. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Then we inhale, drop the left arm. Exhale, open to a twist. Bring the left shoulder back and the right shoulder forward. Lift our eyes forward. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Beautiful. Inhale. Bring the hands up high overhead. Exhale, float the fingertips all the way down to the ground. Once we're here on the inhale, walk back to a half split. Bring the left toes upward. Exhale, we walk back to low lunge, lift the eyes forward. Inhale, walk back to a half split, raise the toes up. Exhale, walk back to low lunge, lift the eyes forward. Place the right hand on the mat as you inhale, rotate the left arm up as you exhale, bringing that left shoulder back. Press into the whole sole of that foot as you twist deep into the waist, stacking the shoulders one on top of the other. Bring your eyes all the way up to the sky. Deep breath in, deep breath out. You got this. Inhale. Bring the left hand down. Exhale. Send it up and back into downward facing dog. Well done. We come down to our knees. Send the hips back into child's pose. Well done, my darlings. Well done. We bring ourselves upward and turn to face the top of the mat here into our seated staff pose, sending our arms out long. And for our half lord of the fishes, you might want to leave a little space behind you just to let you know. Sending our legs out long, flexing the toes upward. Again, bringing our hands, you're going to hear me say this a lot, to help retrain our body. Sitting up into a tall seat, eyes are forward. Chin is lifted parallel to the mat. Then we inhale, lift the hands up high overhead. Exhale, come down to a forward fold. Coming forward from the hips. You may be here today, you may be sitting right here, but with that spine being straight over time, we learn to bring ourselves forward. What's bad is when we do this, right? When we drop those shoulders, we bring ourselves forward from the hips. Giving ourselves some time and energy to open up the body. The more we open the body, the more negativity we release. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Slide our hands up our legs as we inhale. Lift the hands high. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in and breathe out. Slide our hands up as we come back to an upright position. Take the right foot, cross over the left knee, and then rotate your right arm behind you. On the inhale, send the left hand up to the sky, cross the left elbow over the right knee. As we exhale, we're going to fan the fingers outward, gently press on that knee as we lift the chest and then turn to look over our shoulder on our exhale. Widening the chest, lifting the middle part of our body, turning as far as you comfortably can. Send the toes up to the sky. As we breathe in through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Release the left hand, release the right leg. Inhale, bring our hands up high overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Slide our hands back to we're sitting upright. This time, cross the left foot over the right knee. Rotate the left arm behind you. On the inhale, send the right hand up to the sky. Cross the right elbow over the left knee. As we exhale, gently press into that knee. Fan the fingers out. Slightly lift the chest and then turn to look over our shoulders. Hold your stomach in tight. Hold your gaze. Breathe in and breathe out. Release the right hand, release the left leg. Come back to a tall seat. Send our hands up high as we inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Walk our hands back to an upright position. And bending our knees, bring our heels as close as we can to the midline of our body. Wrap our right arm around, wrap our left arm around, and give ourselves a nice big hug. This is the loving kindness portion of our class. This was when we take just a few moments to give ourselves a big hug because many of us don't have someone in our life to hug us or give us a hug when we need it the most. And this is also the time to tell ourselves loving words, tell ourselves the things that we hope other people say to us. But what I've learned is we have to give those words to ourselves. What words of encouragement do you need to see yourself through this challenge? And we take a moment to give that to ourselves. When we're finished, we give ourselves one more big squeeze. Then release our hands, release our legs, and return to the top of the mat for our Savasana. If you choose to lay down, you can slide forward just a little bit and slowly lower yourself down to the mat, vertebrae by vertebrae. I always do that. Bringing ourselves into Sukhasana. Again, hands behind our hips, sitting up nice and tall for our Savasana. Stacking our head over our heart, over our hips. And then releasing our hands, opening the palms to the universe. And as we sit here in Savasana together, we can relax our shoulders, relax our body, relax our mind. And maybe contemplate, what do we need to bring to this challenge that we're facing? Is this a positive, unexpected challenge that you're excited about? Or maybe something not? Either or, what part of you do we need to muster up and bring to the forefront? How can we increase your courage, your tenacity, your strength, your will, your self-esteem, or other things that you feel that you'll need for this challenge? Sometimes things seem bigger than what they are, and maybe we need a moment just to recalculate, recalibrate, and refigure everything out. Just step back, reassess the situation, and then go forward with new insight. And as we sit here together, I'll give us a few moments to contemplate that. All right, as we come back to the here and now, for those of you that like to stay longer, you're more than welcome to. For the rest of us, we're beginning to wrap up our class. And I invite you to bring back with you anything that you learned from this class, any message you received, maybe a vision you experienced, whatever vital information that you need for yourself to meet and exceed this challenge. As I said earlier, if you're Generation X like we are built for the hardcore. And I know if you've made it this far in life, that you will, like I said, not only meet, but by far exceed this challenge. We're made for this. And I know that you can do this. Let's take a deep breath in together and exhale through the mouth. Bring our hands to our chest in prayer as we bow to each other and say namaste, that the yogi in me honors and recognizes the yogi in you. Then we come to rise, open up our eyes, and wrap up our class for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you found this class helpful and inspirational. And these classes aren't designed to be a one and done. I invite you to practice this class every day over the next 7 days. Just get up in the morning, grab your mat, grab your gear, and get on it and go. Because it takes a while to come into the practice. At least for me, it does. I have to do things a few times so I can build my strength. I can feel comfortable. I understand what the teacher is saying. I can come in and out of the poses. And then I can connect to my own self, my own inner goddess, and begin to bring myself into those flows. And maybe if you tried, it might work for you the same way as well.
All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining me. Please make sure to like this video and to follow this channel if you hadn't. And as always, if you know someone like yourself that may benefit from the type of work that I do, I would greatly appreciate you sharing this channel with them. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Brightest blessings, and I will see you all next time.